Live and direct from Shelbyville High School Gymnasium in Shelbyville, Illinois. It's more exciting Edwards County Lady Lions volleyball action. Good evening. I'm Dave Rigg. Troy Rigg alongside. We're getting ready to bring you the third place game in this Shelbyville Invitational Volleyball Tournament. It'll be a match between the Edwards County Lions and the Monticello Sages. As usual, our webcast coming your way through the courtesy of the fine individuals, businesses, and organizations that are webcast boosters, all of them paying $2 each and helping us cover our expenses of bringing you these matches here today on EdwardsCountySports.net. This is the fifth game of the day for Edwards County. And Troy, while we were sitting here watching the match between Pana and Monticello, a few thoughts came to me. First of all, last week in the tournament, Edwards County got into the championship game and lost. And later on, Coach Hnetkovsky said that the girls were tired when they came to that fifth game. I hope that's not the case here in this one now, because the Lions are going to have to play good volleyball to beat Monticello, even though last Saturday up at Casey, we faced Monticello and beat them in straight sets, 25-15 and 25-15. Those are pretty easy wins.
Right.
But based on how we saw Monticello play Pana, they must have improved.
Well, to be more specific, the way they played them in the first set, because the first set was definitely very close, and in fact, Dave, Monticello had their chances when they mounted their comeback to win.
Yeah.
But they came up short, and I think that bothered them a little bit in the second set because they got beat 25-9 in the second set of that game. Right. But Monticello is a very competitive team, no doubt about it. They do play hard. We saw that last week.
Yeah, just an hour or so ago, Shelbyville beat Edwards County by scores of 25-20. Edwards County winning the first set. Have I got this down right? It did take 3 sets, didn't it, for Shelbyville to beat us?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking, wait a minute. Edwards County won the first set 25-20 and played very good volleyball.
Yeah.
Excellent. In fact, the best volleyball they played all day. But then they lost the second set 25-19 and then lost the third set 16-14. So that's why they're playing here in the third place game. But again, some of the thoughts that came to my mind as we were watching this match previous to this, I guess I sometimes forget, Troy, we've got a pretty young team.
True.
Coach Hnetkovsky is relying a lot on several sophomores.
Yeah.
And we don't have that many upperclassmen on the team. We do have Kate Broster. She's a junior. We do have Hannah Rotramel. She's a senior. And we have Sarah Mewes. She's a senior. Now we're missing one of our seniors. And that, of course, is Grace Thomason, who sprained an ankle back in the game against Johnston City a week or so ago, and she's still not able to play. Gracie Perkins, who played a lot of volleyball last year, is finally playing today after playing just a little while in the first game of the season against Mount Carmel. So we've been missing her experience.
Right.
She has played a few times today, but I'm sure Coach Hnetkovsky is working Gracie back into the scheme slowly. Jackie Alldredge played quite a bit last year up until the last half of the season when she suffered a season-ending injury. So she missed basically the last half of the season. And Malia Schmittler, who's, again, just one of the sophomores, she played a little on the varsity last year, but not that much. So these girls, they're young and they're gaining experience, and I think we're just going to have to be a little, I guess I'm saying this for myself, I'm going to have to be a little more patient with them.
There you go.
I'll admit I've been disappointed on several occasions here today when the Lions lost games that I thought they could have won, or won in a better fashion. But again, I guess it's because, Troy, we started out following the likes of Whitney Beck,
Yes,
James, Riley
yes.
Messman, and Lindsay McKenzie, and so on, so on. Caitlin Schmittler, and then the list goes on. And I guess I got spoiled. But even all that said, we've still, even though we're young, got a very competitive team. There's no shame in finishing second place last Saturday up at Casey.
No.
With 16 teams in that tournament,
Right.
The Lions took second place.
Right.
And there's no shame in finishing either third or fourth in this tournament here at Casey.
No.
So, yeah, you can always look here and you can look there and think, oh, if we'd just done that, or if we'd just done that, or if we'd played a little better here, well, we'd be in the championship game and we'd take home the first place trophy. Well, those things don't always work out that way. So I'm going to try to be a little more patient with this game, okay? My wife will tell you I am not a patient man.
All of your relatives will tell you you're not a patient man.
Oh, well. But, I am proud of the Lady Lions. They're
sure.
a bunch of girls, and they're good athletes. They work hard to get ready for these matches, and they behave themselves at these tournaments and put out their best effort. And so I think the Edwards County fans can be proud of them. And by the way, the next match for the Lady Lions after this one will be Monday night. They'll be hosting the Carmi Lady Bulldogs in a return match with Carmi, a team that we opened up the season with on the road and beat Carmi down at Carmi 26-24 and 27-25. So that promises to be a good match.
Absolutely.
At Linda Oxby Gym there in Albion. Freshman match will start at 5:15, JV match afterwards, and then the varsity match, and Troy and I, Lord willing, will be there to bring you all the action Monday night from Linda Oxby Gym. Hope to see a big crowd again. Boy, we had a big crowd the other night for that.
Oh, we certainly did.
So let's have another big crowd Monday night to back the Lady Lions and hopefully pull off another not Midland Trail, Black Diamond Conference win for the Edwards County Lions.
And speaking of that, Dave, we've already brought this up many times before. Instead of having to wait a whole year for a matchup with Carmi after a game that was that good, here it is coming up already this Monday because of that home and away series that you get by being in the Black Diamond Conference.
Right, you are. I think you're running a little hot. I'm going to turn your microphone down a little bit. There we go. I think that's a little better there on our audio. Again, I apologize that we missed part of the game prior to this in the semifinals. We had a hard time connecting with we had a great signal for Verizon Wireless over there in the grade school gym. Had 5 bars out of a possible 5 bars of signal strength.
Right.
We get over here and set up in the high school gym, and we're doing well to get 2 out of 5 bars of signal strength. So I hope our webcast that we did here a little while ago from the gym here came through okay, and that we're coming through okay right now. Troy, check some webcast boosters.
David and Lisa Mathis, Marilyn Turner, former Albion grade school principal, Edwards County Treasurer Debbie Smith, Keith, Kayla, Taylor, Avery, and Drew Roosevelt say, good luck. How about good luck? Coach Nixie Hnetkovsky, and the EC volleyball team. Don and Marilyn Broster, Kate Brewster's grandparents, Doug Hortin, your country financial agent in Albion, a financial representative providing insurance, auto, home, and more, and financial services. Tom and Rita Hortin, grandparents of Charis Hortin. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. David and Clover Perkins, parents of Gracie and Rachel Perkins. Brian, Jamie, Kyle, and Blake Mavis. Montana, Ralph Thomason, and Elizabeth, Grace Thomason's brother and soon-to-be sister-in-law. Chris, Lori, and Ty Schmittler, Malia Schmittler's family.
I might add that all of the games the Lady Lions have played this season are there on our archives, right there on your screen. If you'll notice on the right-hand side, says archives, and underneath there is a listing of all the games that we have done so far. And in some of those cases, we have done both the freshman and JV games before the varsity match. Now, it's quite possible that some of you really don't care that much. Well, I shouldn't use that term, but would rather just watch the varsity match. Well, if that's the case, you don't have to sit there and wait for the webcast of the JV and freshman matches to play on your computer or your smartphone. If you put your cursor on the screen, you'll notice a red line with a dot at the bottom, and you can move that dot along anywhere you want to pick up the webcast. So keep that in mind. All right, the Lady Lions break their huddle from Coach Hnetkovsky. Same starters we've been having all day. We've got Hannah Rotramel, we've got Jackie Alldredge, we've got Kate Broster, Sarah Mewes, and Malia Schmittler and Mikala Troyer, and of course our libero is Charis Hortin. So we're going to have the traditional handshake. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, there they are. Handshake underneath the nets. And this is the game to decide third place in the tournament. Lions wearing their black uniforms. Monticello in their purple uniforms. And let's hope the Lady Lions play good volleyball here and take home the third place trophy from this Shelbyville Invitational Volleyball Tournament. Looks like Shelbyville will get the first serve. Or check that, Shelbyville. Monticello. Audrey Fry will take the first serve for this match. And Gracie Perkins is out there in this start, Troy. She's on the front row with Kate Broster. And we got a little lineup change here. Mikala Troyer is starting. There's the save, and it's the serve, and it's over the end line by Fry, and so the first point will go to Edwards County. Now Perkins leaves, and Mewes checks in to take the serve. Jackie Alldredge moves up to the front line along with Troyer and Broster, and we've got Mewes with the serve. It's a good one, short to the front line. Push to the far side, shot to the back row. Set up there by Rotramel, tipped over by Broster. Now they shoot it to the back line, and the ball goes off the hands of Sarah Mewes. And that'll be a point for Monticello, tying the score at 1. And their serve will come from number 5, Devin Bousher. She gets the whistle, now comes forward with a jump serve. And did it bound out of bounds? Ooh, I don't know, Troy. They say it was in. Either my eyes just aren't as good or the officials. Anyway, it's 2-1 Monticello. Here's a serve. Short one this time. Hortin digs it out. Broster sets it up. Hammer by Jackie, blocked right back to us. Broster sets it. Pushed over there now by Troyer. Shot back to us, and is it in? Yes, it is. So Monticello gets another point, and they lead 3-1. Back to serve again. Devin Bousher. Whistle has sounded. Here comes the serve. Back row dig by Mewes. Broster sets it up. Pushed over. Oh, no, blocked down, but is it blocked? No, it's blocked in. So another good block by Monticello gives them a 4-1 lead here in set 1. And Bousher sends it down the middle. Hortin digs it. Broster just tips it over. Tried to catch him off guard. And they save it back to us. That's Hortin. That's Broster. Tip over by Jackie, but they were ready. Back to us. That's Mewes. Broster with a set. Shoot over there by Troyer. Monticello playing good defense here. That's Mewes. Broster again with a set. Tip by Jackie is short. Into the net. Monticello 5, Edwards County 1 here in set 1. The Monticello Sages, S-A-G-E-S. And that serve goes into the net. And that'll give the Lions their second point of the match. 5-2, and let's see, it's going to be Kate Broster with the serve. Broster, a junior. Her jump serve from the right side goes to the middle of the back row. They set it to the far side, bump it back to our back row. That's Mewes, set up by Broster. Shot by Rotramel. Is a good kill by Hannah Rotramel. Hannah, one of two seniors on the floor right now. Rotramel and Mewes the other. And two juniors in Broster and Hortin. And Kate's serve to the back row is a good one. They set it to the far side, shoot it back to us, and it falls in front of Charis and Sarah, and gives Monticello their 6th point. They lead 6-3 now. And it looks like Monticello's going to send a sub in. Number 14 comes into the game. That would be Emily Wilson, and she'll go back to serve it. There comes the serve. Back row the dig by Mewes, set up by Broster. Shot by Jackie is a good kill. Jackie Alldredge shooting it down the far sideline. So it's Monticello 6, Edwards County 4. Malia Schmittler checks in, replacing Mikala Troyer. And Charis Hortin will serve it. Once again, Monticello with a lineup change. Number 7 enters their lineup. That's Erica Miller. Charis waiting for the whistle. There it is. And Charis from the right side of the end line sends it down the middle. Dig towards the net. Set up. Shot backside over the end line. Attack error by Monticello. And that makes it Monticello 6, Edwards County 5. Hortin again with the serve. It's a good one. There's their dig towards the net. Shoot back to the back line. Hortin. Broster sets it up. Jackie shoots it and gets a kill. Another kill for Jackie Alldredge. And that ties the score at 6 here in the 3rd place match. Again, Charis Hortin to serve. And there it goes. There's their dig from the middle of the court. Shot, and that's Broster. Rotramel, and a shot by Malia Schmittler for the kill. Malia Schmittler, the sophomore. Well, let's see now. We've got 2 seniors, 3 juniors, and 1 sophomore on the floor. Juniors are Alldredge, Broster, and Hortin. Charis with the serve. Lions leading 7-6. Good serve again by Hortin. They set it to this near side. Shot to the back row. Hortin, or check that, Broster digs it out. Rotramel spiked over there by Mewes from the back row. Tip back to us. Rotramel, Broster, Jackie, that's blocked back to us. Jackie shoots it again. And can they recover? No. Another point for the Lions. Edwards County 8, Monticello 6. Trying to figure out why they call themselves the Sages. We'll talk about that in a minute. Here's a serve by Hortin. Dig towards the net, set up. And blocked down by Schmittler, but right back at us. Mewes. Broster, tip over by Rotramel. Now to the far side, they shoot it to our back row. That's Mewes with the dig. Broster sets it up. Jackie shoots it. We dig that from the back row. And a shot blocked at the net. That was either Schmittler or Rotramel. Blocked that one down for the Lions, and we take a 9-6 lead here in set 1. Either they grow a lot of sage in Monticello, or it's because of Thomas Jefferson. There's the serve, a dig. Push to the left side. Back row shot is out, I think. Oh, no.
Nope, it's in.
You think it was?
Well, they say it was.
Well, yeah, they say it was. I asked you what you thought.
I thought it was out.
I did, too. Well, anyway, they get the point, and it's Edwards County 9, Monticello 7. There's their serve. Dig by Mewes. Broster sets it up. Shot by Rotramel, and they were in the net. Point will go to us. So it's 10-7 Edwards County. Now Gracie Perkins checks back in. And Gracie will take a spot on the left side of the front row. Schmittler in the middle and Rotramel on the right side. Served by Broster. Or check that. That was Jackie with the serve. Right back to us. Tip over. Wait a minute. We get a lift against Edwards County. So it's Edwards County 10, Monticello 8. Now here's Maddie Hout's going to check in for Jackie Alldredge. And Maddie takes a spot on the backside in the middle. Serve to the back row is way over the end line. Serve error by Monticello gives the Lions their 11th point here in set 1. And Hannah Rotramel will take the serve. And there it goes. There's the dig from the middle of the court. Shot back at us. Nice dig out by Hout, pushed over by Broster. Now they shoot it again and way over the end line again. Attack error by Monticello. And the Lions are up on top now, 12-8 here in set 1. Rotramel again with the serve. There's her jump serve. Back row dig. Bumped up from the back row. They push it back at us. That's Hout. Broster sets it. Malia shoots it. And it's a kill. Malia Schmittler knocks it down for the point. So Rotramel goes back to serve it. And Monticello wants to talk about it. Edwards County 13, Monticello 8. Troy?
Mike and Melanie Troyer, parents of Mikala Troyer. See Troyer Heating and Air Conditioning for your heating and air conditioning needs. Your local Coleman dealer. Kenny and Terry Clodfelder, Darcy Clodfelder's parents. The House of Prayer at North 5th Street and Albeit. Mac Dalton is the pastor. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools, David Cowger, and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Preston and Cassie Nelson, Kaylin's parents. Eddie and Lila Fuchs, and Greg and Nancy Nelson, Kaylin's grandparents.
All right, the Lions holding the serve, and it's Hannah Rotramel. Here she goes, good serve. There's their dig. Set up, bumped over backwards to us. Rotramel digs it out. Broster sets it up, shot by Malia, and that's another kill for Malia Schmittler. Malia is a cousin to the Schmittler brothers, Martin and Nathaniel. There's the serve. There's the dig. Bump back at us on the third hit. That's Hortin. Broster sets it. Gracie shoots it, but lock right back to us. Now a joust at the net. Gracie shoots it back. That's Hortin with a dig. Broster. And Maddie Hout's not going to get it over on the third hit. So it's Edwards County 14, Monticello 9. And back to serve for the Sages will be their libero, Jessica Rupke. There it goes to our back row. That's Hout with a dig. Broster sets it. Malia shoots it. They dig it out. Shoot it back at us, way over the end line. And an attack error gives Edwards County the point, 15-9. Now here's Mikala Troyer back in the lineup for the Lions, replacing Hortin. And it's Malia Schmittler with the serve. Serve to the back line. I think that's in, Troy. Yes, it is. Just barely stayed in that block line. So it's an ace for Malia. 16-9 here in the third place match. Schmittler walks forward again, spikes it down the far sideline, dug back over to this side, now back to the middle, bump back over to us. That's Rotramel. Broster sets it. Shot by Perkins is blocked back over against us. Point will go to Monticello. 16-10. Now Horton's back in, and it's Schmittler going to the bench. Front rowers now are Perkins on the right, Broster in the middle, Troyer on the left in the front row. Hortin, Rotramel, and Hout in the back line. Serve back there. Hortin digs it out. Kate saves it, and Gracie bumps it over to him, and the ball falls down. Well, I thought that was a point we were going to lose there, Troy, but the Lions recovered well. Now here's Jackie Alldredge going to check back in. Also Sarah Mewes. And Hout and Perkins will go to the bench. And Sarah Mewes will serve it with Jackie Alldredge taking a spot on the left side of the front row. Mewes with the serve. There's their dig. Set again to the middle, and a big wicked shot by number 7, Erica Miller, for the kill. And it's Edwards County 17, Monticello 11 here in set 1. Devin Bauscher will serve it for the Sages. hit the top of the net and goes over, and Edwards County could not defend it. You tried that sometimes, folks. Let somebody serve it at you and let it hit the net and then change direction. It's like a big curveball. There's the serve. Hortin digs it out. Broster digs it up. And spiked over from the back row by Mewes, and the Lions get the point. And that makes it Edwards County 18 and Monticello 12. And it's going to be Kate Broster serving for the Lions. Broster puts it short to the middle of the court, set up at the net, tipped into the net. Point for the Lions again. And so it's now 19-12, and once again the Sages want to talk about it. Troy?
John and Denise Duncan, Edinburgh Bailey, Gayla Hallam, Olivia Hallam's mom, Steve and Benita Thomason, Grace Thomason's parents, Eric Rigg and his staff at Rigg Family Care Pharmacy in Albin, Gene and Jackie Copeland, Steve and Carol Knockmoose, parents of Allison Knockmoose, Tom and Kay Moore, former volleyball coach Linda Oxby, Dan, Shirley, Michael, Ashley, and Travis Aaron, backing Seth McKenzie on Edwards County football, Shayla Potts on Edwards County volleyball, and Jonah Potts on Albin grade school baseball.
Okay, as we go back to play, Kate Broster still has the serve for the Lions. We're up by 7, 19-12 here in this first set. There's Kate's serve. It's a good one to the middle of the court. They set it to the middle, tip over to us, dug out by Rotramel. Hortin bumps it forward and tipped over the net there by Alldredge on the third hit. Now they bump it back to us. That's Alldredge. Set up by Broster, shot by Rotramel. They dig it out and bump it up on the front line, shoot it to the back line, and they get it inside the far corner for a point by Miller for the Sages. So it's 19-13. And let's see who they're going to have serve it for them. Looks like number 14, Emily Wilson, comes in off the bench to take the serve. There's the whistle. Here's the serve. Dig by Hortin. Broster sets it. And a big fake over there between Troyer and Alldredge. And Jackie's the one who shot it down for the kill. And that makes it 20-13. Schmittler in now as Troyer goes back to the bench. So we've got Rotramel, Alldredge, and Schmittler on the front line with Charis Hortin taking the serve. And there's the whistle. Here's the serve. Good one by Charis. Dug to the net, and it falls. That'll be an ace for Charis. 21-13. Charis waits for the whistle. She got it. And here she comes with the serve. Another good serve. Dig from the middle. And they spike it into the net. That'll be another point for Edwards County. 22-13. Well, the Lions keep this up. They'll be bringing home the third place trophy, Troy. Here comes the serve. Good to the back row. Set to this near side. Shot dug out by Broster. Set up there by Schmittler and popped over by Rotramel, but it was out as Hannah knocked it over the sideline. So Monticello will get the point, trailing 22-14 here in set one. And Carly Wickus will come in to serve it for Monticello. That's Hortin with a dig. Broster sets it up. Jackie spikes it from the back row and gets it over. They shoot it back at us. Dig out by Broster. Now Rotramel. Hortin from the back row gets it back over to him. Now at the net, they tip it around. That's Mewes with the dig. Set up by Broster. Shot by Rotramel is good. And a Rotramel with a point for Edwards County. 23-14. Now here's Gracie Perkins back in, this time for Sarah Mewes. And Jackie Alldredge to serve. There it goes. Middle of the court serve. Tip back at us. And tip back over by Jackie, and it falls on the floor. Good tip over by Jackie to the back row. And now we're at set point, 24-14. Let's see if Jackie can get it on this serve. And there it goes. There's their dig, and it will. Edwards County wins set number one in this third place match. 25-14 over Monticello. We'll have the second set coming up here shortly. But right now, Troy's going to check some webcast boosters for you.
And they are Doug and Jeff Bunning of Albion Stockyards, Marshall Electric of Carmi, owner Rick Marshall and Kelly Brewster, Kate's mom, and all the employees of Marshall Electric rooting for the Lady Lions. Renee Reed, Nadia Reed's mother, and franchise service agent at Town & Country Ford Superstore. George and Naida Fuchs, Grace Thomason's grandparents. David Glover, Victor and Farrell Oxby, former coach Linda Oxby's parents. Jim and Joan Duncan, grandparents of Kate Brewster. Citizens National Bank and Albion. Samaria Baptist Church, located northwest of Albion on the Massillon Road. Services every Sunday morning at 9:30, Sunday school at worship at 10:30, Sunday evening at 6, and Wednesday night at 6:30. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. The Merbarger family, Lonnie, Valerie, Sadie, and Hallie. Kelly Brewster, proud mother of number 9 Kate Brewster. Shad, Marilee, Lindsay, and Seth McKenzie. Rick, Kelly, and Drew Wolf, Allison Wolf's family. Nadine Wolf, Allison's grandma. Kenton Sunale of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Steve and Barbara Andrews, Allison Wolf's grandparents. Emma Campbell Smith, and Billy and Tanya Potts, parents of Shayla Potts.
All right, Lady Lions are back out on the court. The Monticello head coach taking a little more time to prepare his girls for the second set. On the floor, the usual starters. Front rowers this time looks like Troyer, Brewster, and Alldredge. Back rowers of Schmittler and Mewes and Rotramel. One of them will leave when Charis Hortin, our libero, checks in. And my guess it'll be Schmittler. Let's wait and see. Looks like Monticello will take the first serve of set 2. So it looks like it's going to be Pena and Shelbyville playing for the championship, which we will not be doing. Troy and I will quickly pack up our gear and try to get home in a decent hour. That's the only good thing I can think of the Lions not playing for the championship, Troy. We'll get home a little sooner.
True.
All right, no, I guess Edwards County's going to get the first serve. And it is Schmittler who goes to the bench to put our libero, Hortin, on the floor. Sarah Mewes takes the serve, and there it goes. Dig from the middle of the court. Set up in the middle, tip over. Dug out by Brewster, Mewes, and popped back over backwards by Alldredge. Now they shoot it from the right side, dug out by and tipped back at us. Brewster saves it back over Alldredge. Now that's Rotramel, and Jackie shoots it in the net, and that point will go to Monticello on 4 hits. Monticello 1, Edwards County nothing here in set number 2. Sages get the serve, and there it goes. Dig by Hortin. Brewster sets it up for Jackie. She just pops it over with one hand. They set it up at the net. It falls out of bounds. No, they say it fell in. So Monticello will get that point. I thought it was going to fall out of bounds, but I guess it didn't. 2-0, Monticello. And there goes another serve for the Sages. Dig by Mewes. Bumped up by Brewster. Shot by Jackie is partially blocked, but it goes to the floor off of their block. And Alldredge gets the point for the Lions, and the Lions will get the serve now, trailing 2-1. And it's going to be Kate Brewster to serve it. Troyer, Alldredge, and Rotramel on the front row now. Good serve by Kate. Dug out. Set to this near side. Shot partially blocked at the net, but the ball goes to the floor off the block. Point for Monticello. And they lead 3-1. And serving now for Monticello will be number 14, Emily Wilson. There's the serve. Dig by Hortin. Saved by Brewster. Shot by Alldredge is in. Jackie Alldredge hammers down another one for Edwards County. And it's now Monticello 3, Edwards County 2. Our libero, Charis Hortin, goes back to take the serve. Substitutes checking in for the Sages. And Charis runs forward. Hit the top of the net, but made it over. Now back to us. That's Rotramel. Now Broster. Now Jackie with another kill. No, check. Yeah, it was Jackie. It was Jackie. So Jackie gets another knockdown point. And we're tied at 3 here in set 2. Hortin with the serve. Dig at the net. Right side shot to the back line is over the in line. Attack error by Monticello. What? Who touched it? Who touched it, Troy?
I have no idea. That's what they're saying. Wait.
Now Edwards County girls are asking who touched it. Well, anyway, Monticello's going to get the point. And they lead 4-3 here in set 2. All right, here comes the serve. Dig back there by Hortin. Broster sets it up. Shot by Rotramel. Right back at us. Broster, Rotramel, Alldredge. And they play it to their side. Spike it back at us. Broster at the net. Dug out by Rotramel. And the point's going to go to Monticello. 5-3. Lions down by 2 here in set 2 after winning the first set. Here comes the serve. There's the dig by Mewes. Broster sets it up. And a shot by Malia is going to be a kill for Malia Schmittler. So it's 5-4. Gracie Perkins back in. Gracie playing more now in these last 2 matches. Alldredge with the serve. Dig from the middle of the court, and the ball goes into the net. Point for the Lions. And we're tied at 5 here in set 2. Again, Jackie with her jump serve. Near sideline dig. Bump towards the middle of the court. Back handed over to us. That's Hortin. Broster sets it up. Shot by Hannah Rotramel. And the Lions take the lead 6-5. Jackie will serve it again. Jackie comes forward, shoots this one to the middle of the court. And at the middle, they shoot it to the back line. Jackie digs it out, tip over by Malia. They keep it alive on their side, shoot it back at us. That's Alldredge. Broster sets it up. Perkins with a spike, and I think she got in the net. No, they did.
They did.
They were in the net. So the point goes to Edwards County, and the Lions are up now 7-5. Once again, Alldredge with a serve. It's a good one to the back line. They push it around on the far side and shoot it over the end line. Edwards County 8, Monticello 5, set 2. Jackie again with a serve. That's a short one. Dig on the front row. Set up. And off the block, the ball goes to the floor. And that'll be a point for Monticello. And that makes it Edwards County 8 and Monticello 6. And Maddie Hout into the lineup, and Jackie Alldredge will take a rest. Serve for Monticello, line drive serve, dug out by Hout, and goes into the net, and the Lions can't play it. So that makes it 8-7 now, Edwards County. Monticello still holding the serve. And dig back there by Hout. Broster sets it up. Malia shoots it. But they dig from the back row, set it up right side. And once again, some kind of a small block on the other side by Edwards County, and the ball goes to the floor, and now we're tied at 8. Here comes their serve. That's another short serve. Hortin comes forward, digs it out. Broster saves it, and Hout spikes it over to save it. Now they play it, and off the partial block, Hout digs it out. Tip over by Hout, or by Schmittler. Now Broster digs it out. Tip down. Right back at us, Broster. That's Rotramel, and Hout shoots it into the net. And now Monticello takes the lead, 9-8. Come on, girls. Sages have the serve again. There it goes. Dig by Hout. Broster sets it. Malia shoots it and gets it in. Another good kill by Malia Schmittler. And here's Shayla Potts checking into the lineup to take the serve, as Hannah Rotramel will take a rest on the bench for a moment. Shayla Potts, a sophomore. Good serve. There's their dig. There's their set. Shot partially blocked, but the ball falls on our side. So it's 10-9. Monticello with the lead. And Rupke will serve it for the Sages. There's the dig by Broster. Potts sets it up. Shot by Malia again for a kill. Malia Schmittler. And that ties the score at 10. And here's Mikala Troyer in for Charis Hortin. So now we got Perkins, Broster, and Troyer on the front line. Schmittler with a serve. And they're going to mess up that. That'll be an ace for Malia. And the Lions go back out on top 11-10 here in set 2. Malia gets the whistle. There's her jump serve. Back row dig. Set to the far side. Shot back at us. Nice save by Potts, but the ball goes up in the net. And they say it's a back row attack against Edwards County. And, oh no, by the Sages. So Edwards County gets the point, 12-10. Here's Schmittler with the serve. Dig back there. And that's going to be another ace for Malia. Edwards County now leading 13-10. Malia Schmittler holding the serve. There she goes. Line drive serve to the back row. Set up to the middle, a tip over. Gracie digs it out. Potts, and it's tipped into the net by Troyer, and the Lions can't get the point. 13-11. Charis Hortin back in. Malia Schmittler will take a rest. And Audrey Fry comes back to serve the ball for the Sages. Lady Lions Volleyball coming your way live and direct here on Edwards County Sportsnet. Dig by Hout into the net, and Sages will get that point. 13-12. Fry comes forward. That's Hout. And off the bad dig by Hout, the ball goes out of bounds. And that ties the score at 13. There's their serve, line drive serve. Hortin digs it out, set up by Potts. Shot over by Troyer. Now they set it up to the near side, shoot it across court, way over the end line. Attack error by Monticello. And now here's Mewes in for Perkins and Alldredge in for Hout. So it's 14-13, Edwards County by a point here in set 2. Mewes with the serve. Short serve on the front row. There's a dig, set up. Shot, and the Lions can't play it. Oh, they do keep it alive as Jackie got it over on the third hit. Now there's another block. We're just not doing a good job blocking at the net today, Troy.
Not really.
We've lost a lot of points there on blocks that ended up falling on our side. That ties the score at 14. Here's the serve. Dig by Potts all the way back over to them. Now they push it back to us. Shot over by Troyer. Monticello pushes it back. Potts saves it. Broster sets it up. Jackie gets the point. Jackie Alldredge. And the Lions are up now 15-14. And here's Rotramel back in, replacing Potts. And Kate Broster takes the serve. Kate down the middle, over the end line. And we're tied at 15. And let's see who's going to serve for the Sages. Number 14, Emily Wilson. She likes to the right side of the end line to serve, and there it goes. There's the dig by Rotramel, set up by Alldredge and tipped over by Rotramel. Now it's on their side. They spike it back at us, a block that failed. And now it's spiked over by Alldredge. And the point for Jackie Alldredge. Jackie's piling up the kills in this match, Troy.
True.
16-15 Edwards County here in set 2. So Charis Hortin will go back to take the serve for the Lions. Don't forget the Lions in action Monday night at Linda Oxby Gym in Albion against Carmi. Here's the serve. Good one by Charis. Dig from the middle of the court. Bump back over her and let it go. It's over the end line. Another attack error by Monticello. 17-15. Hortin again with a serve. And it gets over the net, and they can't play it. That'll be an ace for Charis. 18-15. And now once again, Monticello wants timeout. Troy?
Eddie and Joyce Miller, Chad and J.J. Alldredge, parents of Jackie Alldredge, and owners of Kojak's Taxidermy. Burton and Donna Hawking, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, Myrna Mason, Jeff Gillard of Gillard True Value Hardware Stores in Albion, Grayville, and Carmi, and Gospel Chapel, a non-denominational church in Bone Gap. Services begin every Sunday morning at 10.
Okay, Charis Hortin will take the serve. Lions leading by 3, 18-15. We do have 3 officials working this match.
Well, actually, Dave, what I think is going on here, if I understood what the young man who is officiating, he is an official in training.
Okay.
And so, therefore, the extra official, I guess, is just kind of monitoring him to see how he's doing.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right, here's Charis' serve. There's the dig from the middle of the back row, set to the far side, shot back across court, off Rotramel. It goes out of bounds. That'll be a point for Monticello. 18-16, Lions by 2. And it's Carly Wickus to serve it. From the middle of the end line, she serves a short one. Nice dig out by Alldredge, but front row can't do anything with it. That'll be a ace for Wickus. And now Edwards County's lead is only 1 point, 18-17. Here comes the next serve. Back row, dig by Alldredge. Broster sets it up, and a shot by Hannah. Hannah Rotramel knocks it down the near sideline for the point. Mewes to the bench. Perkins into the lineup. And Alldredge back to serve it. 19-17, Edwards County. Ooh, Jackie hit that one too short. Into the net, service error. 19-18, now Jackie goes to the bench as Maddie Hout checks back in. Monticello's serve. Back there the dig by Rotramel, tipped over by Broster, and we've got back row attack again by Edwards County. Ties the score at 19. And here comes the serve. Oh, Maddie, you should have let it go. That would have been over the end line, Troy, but Maddie, and I think she knew it after she hit it.
Yeah.
20-19, Monticello with the lead now. Here comes their serve. That's a dig by Hout. Broster sets it up. Perkins shoots it over. They keep it alive on their side. Shoot it back at us. Perkins. Broster. Shot by Rotramel. And it falls for the point for Edwards County, and we're tied at 20. Now here's Shayla Potts. She'll come in to take the serve as Hannah Rotramel goes to the bench. So let's see, we got Broster, Schmittler, and Perkins on the front line. Hout, Hortin, and Potts on the back line. Good serve by Shayla. And a tap down by Schmittler. Mikala Schmittler knocks it down. And the Lions are on top 21-20. Remember, 25 is the winning score. Here's Potts with the serve. There's the dig. Set up to this near side shot. Off the block again. The ball goes to the floor. We're just not making good square blocks, Troy.
Doesn't seem like it.
21-21 score. There comes their serve. Dig by Hout. Set up by Potts. Shot over by Broster. Now they shoot. Blocked. That was a good block. But they keep it alive. Bump back to us. Potts. Broster shoots it over and gets the point. They weren't expecting Kate to knock that over on the second hit. And the Lions lead 22-21. And Malia Schmittler will take the serve. Now here's Mikala Troyer into the lineup. Schmittler with the serve. Good one to the middle. Dug out. And a whistle.
2 hits.
2 hits. The illegal hit against Monticello. 23-21. Malia is going to take the serve again. And there it goes. Back row dig from the middle. Set up, pushed back at us. Dug by Hout. Bumped up by Potts. Troyer spikes it over, and that'll be a point. Mikala Troyer gets that one. And we're now at set and match point. 24-21. Malia Schmittler to serve it. There it goes. There's their dig. The set. The push into the net. Dug back over. And the ball falls out of bounds. It'll be a point for Monticello. So it ain't over yet.
Nope.
Hortin back in. Schmittler to the bench. Monticello will have the serve, trailing 24-22, so we're still at set and match point. Serve will come from Audrey Fry. There it is. Dig by Hout. Potts sets it up. Perkins shoots it. And they dig it back to the front of the line, back to us. Dug out by Hout from the back line. Set up. Tip back to us. That's Hout. And pushed over by Potts. And they keep it alive right back at us. That's Troyer. Shot over by Perkins now. And did it fall in?
It
is in. And the Edwards County Lions have defeated Monticello by a score of 25-22. Troy's going to check some webcast boosters, and then I'll run down the scores for Edwards County here today at Shelbyville. Troy?
Former volleyball coach Linda Oxby, Doug and Jeff Bunning of Alldredge Stockyards, Renee Reed, Nadia Reed's mother and franchise service agent at Town & Country Ford Superstore, Victor and Farrell and Oxby, Citizens National Bank of Albin, Doug Raber, your State Farm insurance agent in Albin, Kit and Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albin and Fairfield, and Billy and Tanya Potts, parents of Shayla Potts.
Okay, Edwards County Lions played their first match this morning against the New Berlin Pretzels. And in 3 sets, the Lions win it, losing the first set 25-15, playing much better in the second set, winning 25-18, and then winning the third set 15-9. Then they tangled with Pena and lost actually won the first set 26-24, but then lost the next 2 sets 25-20 and 16-14. Then they met Charleston, and Edwards County won that one in 3 sets, losing to Charleston in the first set 25-21, but then winning the next 2 25-23 and 15-5. Then in the semifinals, Edwards County met Shelbyville, and Shelbyville wins in 3 sets. Edwards County winning the first set 25-20, but then losing the next 2 25-19 and 16-14. And here in the match to decide third place, Edwards County beats Monticello in 2 sets 25-14 and 25-22. So the Lady Lions bring home the third place trophy for this Shelbyville Invitational Volleyball Tournament. Well, it's been another long day, Troy.
It sure has.
Next week, though, only one match, right?
Yeah, just unless you better look on your schedule, too, to be sure. But the one you gave me only has Carmine listed for Monday at home.
I think that's right. So, by the way, the Edwards County Lions football team, they started their game last night down at Christopher, and the Lions scored first, leading 7-0, but then the storms rolled in, and they had to postpone the rest of the game. I don't know whether they'll start all over again or pick up where they left off, but the game has been rescheduled for Monday night at 6:15 down at Christopher. And at the same time, the Lady Lions will be playing a home match at Linda Oxby Gym. They're in Albion against the Carmi Bulldogs. Troy and I will be there to bring you all the action, Lord willing. We'll have the freshman match at 5:15, the JV match after that one, and the varsity match after that one. Well, Troy, anything else before we shut this down for the day and pack up and go home?
More tough competition here today, Dave, so finishing third is nothing to be ashamed of. And a big game Monday with Carmi.
Yep. Chance to pick up another Black Diamond Conference win. We're 2-0 in the Black Diamond so far. Let's go for win number 3 in the Black Diamond and win the conference championship. So until we greet you again Monday night from Linda Oxby Gym at about 10 minutes after 5 o'clock, on behalf of our webcast boosters and my partner Troy, this is Dave Riggs saying so long until next time.